So what I've got here is two fine little Art Deco folding cameras by Agfa called Billy Clack, number 1 I think, and something, not exactly sure, they had different models. One is 120 and the other is 127. So I'll show you those one at a time. There are obviously quite a few similarities. Right, start with this little 127. You see the Agfa symbol there. The usual little red window on the back for use when the roll film backing shouldn't let light leak. But in the early days, of course, the 30s when these were produced, a lot of it was orthographic, which wasn't sensitive to the red light. So we got lovely Art Deco styling here on the sides, on the top. A little stand there for when it's open. So we use this little button here to release the front plate and then pull it open. The lovely lines of these struts here. And there's the actual lens. We have a little opening viewfinder. This one seems to be in pretty mint condition. This one, we have to push those two in to be able to fold the front up. I'm not getting this right, am I? Oh yeah, it goes in. Sides to the front. I'm not very familiar with this. I only got it yesterday. But anyway, this thing can unfold and uses a foot for standing it up. It does have a tripod hole there. This is the folding wind. The little pointer here, and turn to the different shutter settings. Cock the shutter here, and fire it with this one. This is set to 1/10. Try it on 1 second. Lovely. B and T. Yeah. Now turn it back to something like, goes up to 1/300. But like a lot of these, turning it that final bit to the 300 is putting a bit of tension on the mechanism. And then this side you've got the aperture settings. 3.2 I think. Let's put this on. B, and we can see, yeah, there we go. That's a smaller aperture, right up to 32, 22 and 32 in those days, very small. I like to leave all of mine on F8. It's the most useful setting, I think. F8, yeah. You can see that. Turn this back to half a second. Let's cock that. Okay, that works great. So I'll fold those in for now and open the back, which is these two here. Yes, we squeeze those in and the back opens. Pressure plate here. Take up. Oh, this is where you load the film. The film spool clips in there. And these old metal 127 spools. And you can turn with this nice little handle, folding handle, to advance the film. So the film will go in here and then be received here. It slips into place. Slips into place there. That's it. It's all neatly folded up. The bellows seem to be in excellent condition. So, that's it. There's much else to talk about, really. Lovely little thing. Now we've got this larger 120 Agfa Billy clack. What's this? Is made in Germany. So some of the things are a bit different to the catch here. Not sure how that works. Yep, just on clips like that. And that's the back to open. Got the red windows. They used 2 windows in those days. And an Agfa sticker in there, telling you to use their film. On this side we've got a little to check the number of the exposure. You just move that to check the number in the correct window. This is, I'm not sure if it's 6x6 or 6x9. Some of them are actually 6x9. The usual 120 spool in here. These oh, they're stiff because it's hardly been used, but they actually pull down. Another folding handle there. I can't do it with my finger. I open them up, they swung out. Opened them up yesterday to have a look with a spoon. I need to work them and loosen them up a bit. So, not much more here. It's obviously the take up, so the film would go on this end. And this pops open as well to get the film in properly and swings. This swings and it clips back in place. The other end's similar, but it's a bit tight at the moment. So close that. Clip it in place. This little carrying handle. It locks in place, and we've got another button to open the front. Press down. Those lovely little arms on both sides. The bellows is excellent condition. This doesn't have the same amount of adjustments. Actually, there's a little toothed thing here to move it. F16, 11 and 8.8. Then this is F8.8 Agfa. Well, you don't have a folding viewfinder with this one. What you do is look down through the window and see, obviously, out the window here, or in the vertical position. You look this window and out this window. So that's the shutter. It just goes across a fixed shutter speed. And if you move this little lever from the dot to the minus sign, it just stays open as long as you've got the thing pressed. Right. That's a lot simpler really, not much to it. I'll have to check and see what the actual shutter speed is. Probably about 1/25th or something. But that just clips in there. Use two thumbs to clip it in. Shutter's obviously locked once it's closed. Right, first I want to show you this interesting monopod I got when I was in Thailand. Online, probably from China, I suppose. I used to use it with my phone with this mount quite a bit. So, we've got a quick release thing here for your camera mount. That locks in place. Got a pen and tilt here. This one, of course, turns around. There's a lock for it. You can fix it in place. The main grip here comes down, and we've got these feet, so they extends and lock in place. You've got a ball joint here, rubber bumper at the bottom. These lock in place. You can lock those ball joints to stop it rotating. And you've got the 3 extendable legs. Be quite a good height. Sits up like that, and these are easily folded up. It's a monopod with a difference with a 3 feet. This whole bottom bit can unscrew as well, so there's a lot of ability to manipulate around. So next is my Benbow Trekker. Benbow, of course, standing for bent bolt, which is how the whole thing works. This is a Trekker is a lighter weight version. I used to have the original Mark 1 and when I was in Hong Kong with my Pentax 67 and things. And this is extremely versatile for, it all goes on this bolt, this bent bolt here. And so we unlock it and the feet just go where they want. So you can have them in many different positions. And the extendable, yeah, you have this top one which can come out and lock in its own way. There are various heads you can get for these, and the outer with a rubber foot goes outside the leg, so you can stand in water and that, and it's not getting onto the actual leg. These are waterproof. But still rubber feet. As I said, this is a lighter weight version. You can lock it all into position with this. Now one leg up here, and a couple more as you desire, in various positions. So that's the Benbow. And you can get your camera into almost any position you want. So I'll be using it in a minute with my phone.